All right, what up? What up? What's going on, everybody? It's your man Lucky. I'm in the
We are not
building.
live.
We're not live. What are you
No,
talking
we're not
about?
live. I don't see
Yes, we
no.
are. Yes, we are. We live, yo. I'm telling
I
you.
don't
It
see
say
no
we
eye
live.
up there.
You don't see no who?
No eye in my corner. I normally
Nah,
see an
nah.
eye
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you
yeah.
put
Don't
the
worry about
light.
it. Yeah, yeah. I think I got rid of that when I was working
Oh,
on the other side. So you looking for the eye, right? For the how many viewers and all of that?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I took
yeah.
that down. I took that down. So yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We good. We good. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Listen, y'all, we live. What's going on? So I was working in the back end, changing some things around. So that's why we had a little confusion, but it is what it is. Listen, if you have never been on this live stream before, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. We appreciate your support. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. And what that will do is trigger the algorithm and send it out to more people. The more people involved in the conversation, the more interesting the conversation will be. Also, if you like the content, consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you could be notified every time we drop a live stream, I drop a video, or whatever the case may be. So first and foremost, I need everybody to do me a favor. If you are in the chat and you can see us and you can hear us clearly, put a 1 in the chat so that I know that I got my audio set up properly because I am the king of audio issues. Now, let me introduce my guest. I got Miss Millie in the building with me. What's going on, Miss Millie?
What's going on, world? What's going on, Mr. Lucky?
Ain't nothing. Same old, same old. So, I came across a quick topic that I want to discuss, right? The rest of the team is not available, so it's just you and I, and we have to hold it down. So I figured I'd just pick something randomly and we could have a conversation about it. Bet?
Bet.
All right. So, question. When it comes to relationships, right? We always talking about men leading, providing, protecting, right? And then we talk about women, kind of doing a little bit more of the, I don't know, I guess maybe domestic stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Nurturing
kind
and
of,
yeah.
right. Okay. So, a lot of the conversation leads towards cooking, cleaning, and things of that nature, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this. Do you believe that it is um what's the word that I'm looking for? Do you believe that it's I guess okay for a man to want his wife to cook, however, she doesn't cook, but she door dashes and Uber Eats. Now, she's paying for the DoorDash and the Uber Eats, right? So ultimately, that man is getting fed. However, he has an issue with the fact that she's Uber eating. Like you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of actually cooking a meal. Do you think that that is a valid argument for a man to have?
Yes, of course. If I'm out here working all day, yeah, I want to come home to a nice hot meal that you cook, that you took the time and put your love and energy in to cook for me, instead of spending all that money on DoorDash and then Uber eating.
Okay, but the money is her,
You can save, but
but the
be that as it may, you can save more by not Uber eating and DoorDashing. Cause like your order will be like $20, but you'll be to spend $30 to $40 going
mm,
through them for them to bring it to you.
but that man is still
So why not take the time out? If you love him, why not take the time out to learn how to cook?
maybe she knows how to cook, but because of the fact that she gets up and she goes to work every day and then she just
Oh, she
tired and
works
she did.
too.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Because
See,
that's
you
how she's
didn't say
paying.
that.
Okay, 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 okay. My bad. Are there still women that don't work no more? You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know that that was a thing. There's still women that out there that don't work and
Yeah,
that. Okay, all right, I got you.
yeah.
I got you. So yeah, yeah. That's my apologies. I left that part out. Right. She actually gets up and she goes to work every day. She works a full-time job, and you
Okay,
know what I'm saying.
well,
And so she's
in that
paying.
case, they need to take turns.
They need to take. They need to take turns.
Yeah, take turns cooking.
What if he don't cook? What if he
Why
don't
not
cook?
learn?
He don't want to. He's just saying I don't want to
Oh,
cook.
well, I mean, I guess he don't want a hot meal then. Cause I'm a cook on my days. So if
Okay.
you don't want to cook on your days, I'm gonna eat. You better
Okay.
figure it out.
So is it that much of a deal, do you think, for men, right? Or maybe, or even from a woman's standpoint, for that meal to be cooked by her versus, you know what I'm saying, it being store bought? Like, does that really matter?
I
Does that
mean,
show like, oh, I care about you, so I'm really taking the time to prepare this meal with my hands and my recipe and my, you know what I'm saying, from my grandmother's
fast
cookbook and
food
all of
is
that kind of stuff.
so because fast food is so unhealthy because you're getting it from a restaurant, a little restaurant. Chinese food is fast food because you're eating rice and stuff like that. That don't mean it's not fast food. You
So
know.
okay, so what if the meal is coming from a restaurant that you guys would have gone to had he taken you out to eat, right? Let's just say it's a legitimate nice restaurant and that's where the meal is coming from. Would that,
Okay.
you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
It's
that's
not
different.
necessarily like greasy chicken or like, you
Okay. Well,
understand what
yeah.
I'm
Okay.
saying?
Because
Like,
I've done that. I've done
okay.
that. So yes.
Okay, I got you. So that man really shouldn't really necessarily have an issue if
No.
she's getting the food, she's paying for it herself out
Yeah.
of her money that, you know what I'm saying, that she worked for. And
Yeah,
you know
because
what I'm
I mean,
saying?
if it's her day to cook and she tired, she's feeding you.
Mm, okay.
It'd be different if she was just sitting at home, but she's
Okay.
working too, just like you're working,
Right,
and
right,
so
right.
and if that one day she decide, well, today I don't really feel like cooking. I had a rough day. I'm tired. My feet hurt. I'm just go ahead and get something from our restaurant and you know, go from there. It,
Okay.
okay.
What if it's like a everyday thing? Like
I,
every day, you know what I'm
okay.
saying? Like every day
I mean,
that's
come on, you gotta cook at least what? So at least what? Sunday at least.
But why? As long as she's feeding the man, should there really
I
be
mean, but
an issue?
if he's not happy with that,
Mm,
why keep? You know, if that's an issue for him, why not fix it? So
okay.
you're gonna make one small issue become 10 big issues. Because after this small issue, it's gonna be something else, then something else, then something else. So why not just go ahead and fix that little small issue?
Okay.
Satisfy once a week.
I got you. I
If
got
y'all
you.
taking turns, that means you only got what, like 3 days, 3, 4 days out the week, or 3 days out the week, and y'all go out to eat on the seventh
Hmm.
day. So yeah,
Hmm.
why not?
Okay. All right. I got you. I got you. All right. That's interesting. That's interesting. All right. So let me see. We got a couple more minutes, right? Because we're just gonna make this a quick live stream, right? I came across a post, and we were actually backstage when I came across the post, right? And it basically said for men, right? You have to disappoint your partner every now and then, right? And so when I read it, I agreed with it. And then, you were like, what do you mean? You know what I'm saying? You got to
Yeah.
disappoint your partner every now and then. What do you mean by that? And so I thought that would be a good topic to talk about. So I believe that as a man, yes, you have to disappoint your partner every now and then, right? You have to disappoint your spouse, girlfriend, whatever it is, whoever it is. Yes, she needs to be disappointed every now and then. Now, when I say that, I'm not saying it in a way like I'm purposely, you know, trying to disappoint you. However, at the end of the day, there has to be I guess some type of standard or some type of boundaries to where you're not always going to get what you want, right? Women are not always reasonable. And I believe that women are always going to push the envelope to just like get a little bit more. Get, okay, I got this much. Now I'm going to try for this. Oh, now I got that this time. I'm going to just push a little bit more. So I think that there has to be, in my opinion, right? That dynamic where that man just has to say no from time to time. It's just what it is.
I
What you say?
mean, I have to agree to disagree with that last comment. I don't know about the disappointing every now and then part.
Hmm.
I don't know what that even means. I still don't. But but when it comes to that last part you just said, I have to agree to disagree
You agree to
because
disagree?
yeah, because
You
at the end of huh?
you don't think that women are gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like every time a man says yes, that she's gonna continue to push more and push more and push more. I think that that's just natural. I think anybody and everybody does that. I think it's just natural.
Yeah, but it's okay for him to say no. However,
Hmm.
it has to be a reason, but reason why. Like, no, because we need to take care of this first, or, no, we need to save for, for it has to be a reason. It has to make sense. But just to say no just because you want to disappoint her, that, that sounds
It sounds a little what?
a little rough.
It sounds a little rough. Okay. Here's the thing, right? I
Yeah.
think a lot of things that men have to do in regards to relationships sound rough. But at the end of the day, I believe that they're things that just necessarily have to be done. I don't think women will like how it sounds because, of course, they're going to have their own way of perceiving it. But it's just something that necessarily has to be done.
Is it
Like,
benefiting the relationship by saying no?
yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
How?
Because it's teaching you that you're not going to get everything that it is that you want.
But see, that's something that her parents should have taught her
She ain't with
growing
her
up.
parents now. She ain't with her parents now. She with me now. So now I
So
have
her
to be the
husband
one.
should have to teach her that that's something she should already know.
Let me ask you a question. Have you been in relationships before?
Yes.
Have men done things that they should have known better they shouldn't do?
Yes.
They did it anyway, right?
Yes.
Okay. So here's the thing. Every relationship is going to be a little bit different because everybody is different, right? I can get into a
Hmm.
relationship with you and your boundaries and your standards and all of that can be totally different than when I was with the woman that I was with before you. So I can't come along with what she allowed me to do into our relationship and then say, hey, no, I can do that because I was doing that over there. You're gonna be like, nah, hold on. We gotta relearn this whole thing. Like I have to, you know what I'm saying, stand on my business and let you know what my standards are and what, my boundaries and my what I will and will not accept in this relationship. So it starts from scratch. You know what I mean? So you can't necessarily be like,
Okay,
well,
I can dig it.
you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? You should have learned this here and you should have learned that. Nah, every relationship, in my opinion, right? And in my experience, it's like, all right, we over here now, so we going to figure out what we doing over here. Whatever happened over there is over there, stays over there. If you can't deal with this, go back over there, right?
Okay, I see what you mean by that. I see what you
Right,
mean.
right.
So
And
I
so,
agree with that. I agree. I
okay.
agree.
And another thing is too, right? Another thing too is like this. A lot of times women will say, oh, well, he started out one way and then he turned into this, or, he flipped, he switched. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't the dude that he was in the beginning because a lot of times guys will start with or lead with, I'm going to do A, B, C, and X, Y, Z. I'm doing all of these things because I'm trying to woo you. And now, when it gets to the point where I've wooed you, you know what I mean? And I'm not at that woo phase. We're not in that honeymoon phase anymore. Now you're going to be looking like, well, you switched up because in the beginning you were doing all of these things and now you're not doing it. So, again, another thing, you have to, a man has to get comfortable with,
Yeah.
nah, we got to stop this right here. You understand what I'm saying? Like, no, like, I think men, I honestly think that guys need to
Yeah, I
just
know checking it
practice.
at the front door.
Right. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes you just have to do it just for practice. I mean, sometimes a man just has to do it just for practice. Like, nah, we're not going to do that. Just because. You understand what I'm saying? Because you got to keep that. You know what I'm saying? You can't go for a whole long period of time
I don't
with
know about
all
this
these
practice
yeses.
thing.
I'm telling you. See, because you don't like how it sounds, so a guy's not going to tell you, yeah, you listen, every now and then I'm going to tell you no just for the heck of it. Nah. But this is what he has to do. So, number one, he can still stand on business and say no. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of guys get to the point where they just can't say no. They've never said no before, so now everything is yes. And you got guys out here that are 100% totally unhappy in their relationship simply because they're afraid to say no. You
Yeah,
understand what
you're
I'm
right.
saying? Yeah. So what I'm
You're right.
saying is that guy has to get into his familiarity with saying no and being able to deal with your little attitude that you're gonna have because he told you no and whatever, whatever. And then he has to know how to deal with, okay, she got an attitude. Let me flip it. Let me do this, that, and the third. Flip her around, flip it, spin her around, and okay, now we good again. You understand what I'm saying? And then she has to be accustomed to him saying no, and she understands that him saying no is not a rejection on her. It's simply saying, nah, we're not going to do this. I think so many women are not used to hearing no, so
Okay.
that when they hear no, they feel it's rejected. And yo, this no doesn't have anything to do with you. It has to do with the thing that we're not going to do or the thing that's not going to happen. But I think, you know what I'm saying? A lot of women who are not used to being told no, they take that as like, yo, you rejected me. That's just my
Yeah.
thoughts. That's just my thoughts.
And like you said, that's because they're not used to being told no. They're
Right.
used to getting their way.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that women got to get used to hearing that sometimes. So I think that, you know what I'm saying? Men got to be able to kind of
Mm.
practice that. Like, nah, we're not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? And again, like I said, just because, not
I
not
mean, the
because they
way
pre.
now once you explain it, it sounds good, but the way you said it, that sounds so messed up. That sounds so messed up. But I agree. I agree. You're right.
Yeah, even you know what I'm saying. Even like you know what I'm saying. So I guess as a parent dealing with a child, you understand what I'm saying. That kid has to be
Yeah.
accustomed. That kid has to get used to being told no and understanding that me telling you no doesn't mean that I'm rejecting you, right? Me telling you no doesn't mean that
Yeah.
I don't care about you. It doesn't mean that I don't love you. It doesn't, you know what I'm saying? If I punish you, I'm punishing you to correct the bad behavior. I'm not punishing you, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't love you. Like, you know, I remember my grandmother used to tell me, this is going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you. And I'm
Mm.
like, there's no way
Yeah.
that you hitting me with that iron is going to hurt you more than, let the iron cool off
Yeah. I
first,
used to
grandma.
hate to
You know what
hear
I'm
that.
saying? Like, you just finished ironing your dress. Let the iron cool off before you hit me with it. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's like you just trying to either correct or guide. And some people
Yeah.
just can't take correction or guidance, you know, a good way.
Yeah.
So,
I
so
agree.
So yeah, yeah, yeah. We got to tell y'all no every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Just for the heck of it, just so for GP. No,
But does that mean the same thing when it comes to women telling men no every now and then?
it depends. It depends on what we talking about. It depends on what we talk.
Everything.
It depends on what we talk. It depends on what we talking about. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah.
Everything.
Not no, not no, but not right now. Later.
And not yeah, no,
Yeah,
not right
not
now.
not not right now. Yeah, I can deal with a not right. I can deal. I could deal with it not right now. You know what I mean? But you know, it just is what it is. So let me ask you this: are there any things that women might do, right, just to kind of keep their keep the guy in line? You know what I mean? Like just off a GP to keep everything on point, right? Let's just say a woman is just used to doing most of the stuff, and then every now and then she's like, "Yeah, you know what? I can't do it. I can't do it." Just to see how he's gonna react to it, or just to see how he's gonna respond, or what is he gonna do, or you know what I mean? Do y'all have any of those things that y'all just do just because? And listen, you don't got to put out the code. I understand y'all got a code, and y'all ain't supposed to, like, you know what I'm saying? But
I ain't
yeah, because
going.
they gonna come for you. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want no trouble.
Yeah, I don't want no smoke. I don't
You
want
don't
no
want no
smoke.
smoke. All right, so you ain't gotta expose. You ain't gotta put it out there. But you know what I'm saying? I thought I thought it was pretty interesting, especially right, especially when you know you have a lot of men that are telling women no, right? It matters too with the caliber of man. Like, what is that man trying to do? What is that man trying to accomplish in life? You know what I'm saying? Is are they married? And let's just say she's saying, "Hey, I'm ready to get a new car," and he's just like, "Yo, not right now." You know what I'm saying? Right now is not the time for us to get a new car. I got to stack this bread. I'm this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. The numbers are not numbering. The math is not mathing. So, no, this is not the right time. And you know what I'm
and I
saying?
can
She got to
dig
be
that.
okay with it.
Yeah, she got to be okay with that,
She got to be okay with that.
respectfully.
Okay. All right. All right. Even
I
if he
mean, because
does,
at the end of the day, if that's if getting a new car, it's getting a new car is more important than. I mean, what's wrong with the old one? The old one still running?
they're still running, but you know, it's not hundred
It's
percent. You know what I
dependable.
mean? Yeah, yeah, it's dependable, but it just looked like trash. The paint is peeling
Okay,
off.
well,
It got, you know,
but
it just looked like trash, but it's gonna start up every time. It's going, you know, got some,
hey,
yeah,
you want dependable in a
and
home, or you
right,
want a new car and you be staying in that new car?
right. You know what I mean?
So
So,
you got to make executive decisions,
right, okay,
and the husband is right. you
okay,
know, I have
yeah,
to agree.
okay,
I
yeah,
have to
yeah,
agree
yeah,
with the husband on that one.
absolutely, yeah. So again, and you know, for a man to effectively lead in a relationship, again, he has to be able to have the strength to be able to say no.
That
A
is
lot of
true.
men don't
That's
have
true.
a lot of men just don't have that the strength to say no because it's like, oh
And
well,
that's why the women that they be with run over 'em, be running things.
okay, look, that's interesting. Let me ask you this. Do you think that women who run over their dudes are intentionally, because I know you have women who are going to intentionally just try to, you know, take control of the relationship. They running over the dude, you know, things of that nature, right? But do you think that some women who are just with a dude who won't say no, that what happens is just as a result of him not being able to say no, he gets ran over. It's not that she's intentionally trying to run over him, but look, at the end of the day, naturally, we're all going to try to get the most that we can get out of every situation. And so, just by nature, you know what I'm saying? If he never says no, then in a sense, she's going to continue to just keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing. So, do you think women that, you know, for the most part, are running over these men, is it the woman, or is the woman in the wrong for running over the man, or is the man, he's just lacking, and so that's why he's just getting
Yeah, I
ran
mean,
over?
yeah, because at the end of the day, they won't do it to a man that won't allow them to. A person can only do as much as you allow them to do to you.
Correct, correct.
So, you know, be a
Uh,
man, grow some balls.
oh God,
You
ooh,
know,
God damn.
I'm just saying,
I got
you
you.
you just got to. Sometimes you got to let them know who the man in the house. Because if
Yeah,
you're allowing them, that's what's
right,
gonna happen.
right. Yeah,
You
yeah,
just gonna
absolutely.
get thrown around and cussed out all the time. Then you're in public, they're talking to you like a dog, no respect at all.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
And
Um,
then
shout
at
out to
that
Shaka
point, once the
Shaka.
respect gone, it's done.
Yeah, it's a wrap. Shout out to Shaka Shaka. Disappoint your partner regularly. Don't be afraid to offend. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I agree with that 100%. Right. Also, coming from Shaka Shaka, guys got to be strong in their values. Yeah, you gotta. You know what I'm saying. You gotta have boundaries, and you gotta put boundaries in place, and those things need to
Yeah.
consistently be reinforced. And so, if there's not necessarily a situation to where it calls for it to be reinforced. Sometimes you just have to make that situation, right? Just to,
Okay, so
you know what I'm saying?
question.
Just to reinforce it. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble now. Uh-oh. What's up?
So, if the woman don't ask for much, she don't ask you, for a lot, and she just so happen like, oh well, babe, can I have this over here? I want to get this ring or want to get these shoes or a car.
Yeah, I think it's
Would you
still,
do it?
yes, absolutely. I
Would
would
you,
still
or would
say
you
no.
still disappointed?
I would still say no, right? But if you know what I'm saying, if she don't really ask for much and she's helpful in the things that I need done or whatever and stuff like that, I'm still going to say no, you know what I'm saying, to see how she handles that no. But again, if it's not something that's like, you know what I'm saying, costly or something that's really going to push me outside of what it is that I might be trying to do financially or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying, then I'll ease it in there. You know what I mean? But initially, I still got to kind of throw that out there just to, you know what I mean? And then,
Oh,
yeah,
just to
yeah,
see how
yeah.
she'll react.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you got to do that every now. Listen. Boxers go out there and they
Okay.
don't just box when they get in the ring to fight. You know what I'm saying, for a belt. They spar, right? They go out there and they spar on a regular basis in order to keep their skills up, right? They don't just not do anything for a year or two, and then when it's time to get in the ring,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I'm gonna just get in the ring and without any training, without any getting
Yeah.
hit in the face a couple times. You know what I'm saying? To get you, you gotta spar. So you know what I mean. It don't sound good. You know what I mean? Like a woman, like you gonna be doing,
Yeah, that's
but yeah,
it,
it's
but
a part
I
of.
could dig it. I could dig it.
Yeah, it's just one of the things that you got to do behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying, to keep everything for the most part copacetic. Right.
All right.
All right, that's what's up. So look, this was just a little quick live stream, just for us to get on here and just kick it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still working on the audio and everything like that, so it looks like everything is good. Ain't nobody hit me up and say, "Yo, the audio was messed up. What you doing, bro?" You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Let me see. We've been on here for about 27 minutes, going on 30 minutes. Do you have anything else that you want to add?
Well, please tune in to Miss Millie's Corner.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to you on your new channel. We got to get some more content up there.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to get some more content. Yeah, y'all. So y'all check Miss Millie out on her new YouTube channel, Miss Millie's Corner. If y'all have any ideas that y'all want to throw her way, y'all want to get any insight on, you know what I'm saying, her thoughts and, whatever like that. You want to pick her brain, see what she's, really talking about. Hit her up, throw a comment her way or something like that on her channel, Miss Millie's Corner, and she will definitely address it. All right, y'all. So with that being said, we out of here. We appreciate y'all for your 30 minutes of your time. And we'll be back tomorrow. And I think tomorrow we're gonna have the team with us. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But with that being said, we out of here. We appreciate y'all and y'all be good. Peace.
Peace.